I love baseball as much as I love reading books, so reviews like this are my happy place. My passion for baseball began over a decade ago when I started following my local team. My passion for the sport quickly outpaced what I could get from following just one team as I dug deeper into the history of this beautiful game. As a book nerd diving into a new passion, I did the most logical thing. I bought books about baseball. I started as everyone did in the late 2000s and early 2010s. I read Moneyball. As time went on, I watched baseball make a gradual shift into the Moneyball copycat era, followed by what some people see as the super team era, with teams like the Dodgers and the Astros, and now the Braves. When did that transition happen? What does it mean for the sport? This book, Powerball by Rob Neyer, seeks to answer those questions and more while following a single game on a random day in September 2018. This copy I have is very, very nice. It is immaculate and it is a first edition. It's a library book, which is one of my favorite things. As I've said before, this is from the New York Public Library, and I got to rescue it. It might have been read. There's like a little crease on one page, but I'm not even sure if it was ever opened. But it's mine now, and it's beautiful, and it's preserved in a Broad Art, which we all enjoy. By the way, I keep saying Broad Art in these videos, and I'm assuming most of you don't know what that is. It's this plastic lining. See that? That plastic lining. It covers the dust jacket. I think it's Mylar is what it is, but it's inert. It's great for archiving dust jackets so they don't get damaged, and it'll help reduce them getting faded from sunlight and stuff. Let's dig into this summary real quick. On September 8th, 2017, the Oakland A's hosted the Houston Astros in a game that might have epitomized the passing of the Moneyball mantle. Though this was just one largely meaningless regular season game, the matchup of these two teams demonstrated how Major League Baseball has changed since the early tenure of A's general manager Billy Beane and the publication of Michael Lewis's classic book. Today, seemingly every pitcher throws mid-90-mile-per-hour heat, while seemingly every hitter is swinging for the fences. Today, pitchers and hitters alike can access reams of data and endless video in their relentless pursuits of perfection. It's not just the players either. Armed with information, management has adopted revolutionary strategies and tactics, from radical positioning of fielders to teams essentially giving up on whole seasons even before seasons. Baltimore, until recently. Pittsburgh for all of eternity. The other teams, you know who you are. Does the shift work? What does throwing 100 miles an hour get you? Can you win with a homer-happy offense? Why would a baseball team need a supercomputer? Will umpires be replaced by robots? Why have home runs spiked lately? Have the baseballs been juiced, even as fewer players are juicing? While chronicling each inning as these two franchises battle, Neyer considers these questions and many more, with the help of dozens of interviews with players, managers, scouts, and front office executives. It all adds up to the century's finest look at what's become of modern baseball. Rob Neyer started his career working for Bill James and Stats, and then went on to be a writer at ESPN.com. He was a national baseball editor for SB Nation from 2011 to 2014 and senior baseball editor for FoxSports.com from 2015 to 2016. Since May of 2018, he served as a commissioner of the West Coast League, a collegiate summer baseball league in the Pacific Northwest. This book is a must-read for baseball nerds, but it is very approachable for even casual fans. It works as a great primer for the feel of the modern game and gives you context for the changes we see today. Even now, 5 years after it was published, it still feels fresh. We have new powerhouses and new rules, but that just adds to the experience for the reader. You get to reflect on this as a bit of a time capsule of the sport from the late 2010s. This book covers the game I described above and so much more. As I said earlier, it works as a fantastic primer for anyone interested in baseball, as it has been played for the past half decade. Rob Neyer is a fantastic storyteller. His passion and knowledge of this wonderful game is expressed in every chapter of this book. I feel like I keep repeating myself in these reviews, but I don't want to dive into what he covers as he explores this meaningless game in the 2018 season. I won't even tell you who wins the game. I managed to stay strong and not spoil it for myself while I listened to this book on my drives to and from work. Rob Neyer narrates this book himself, and he does a fantastic job. It works really well with this style of book, and I highly recommend it to anyone that prefers audiobooks. I know sometimes a narrator can make or break a book, but you don't have to worry about that with this one. This book is a 10 out of 10 will read again when I'm old and I want to reflect on the sport as it was when I fell in love with it. I hope you go out and get yourself a copy. Let me know in the comments if you've read it or any other baseball book recommendations for me. I'd love to hear them. One of my main motivations for making this channel was that I wanted a way to talk about books more. So sound off in the comments and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.